Good day, grade 3 learners. Welcome to our lesson for Mathematics 3, Quarter 2, Week 3, Day 2. Our topic for today is estimating and measuring capacity in milliliters or ml. Before we begin, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Activating prior knowledge. What is the capacity of the container using the following non-standard units? The capacity of the one container bowl is equivalent to 2 coffee cups and 14 scoops. Lesson purpose intention. To estimate and measure the capacity of containers using standard units in milliliters with appropriate tools. Lesson language. Everybody will going to read the lesson language practice. Developing understanding of the key idea STEM. Activity recap. The container's capacity was reported as 2 coffee cups and 14 scoops. These are non-standard units. In our activity, we measure the container using a coffee cup and a scoop. These are what we call non-standard units because they are not the same for everyone. Why do results vary? Different non-standard units give different answer. We need a unit everyone understands and accepts. As you observe, the answer were not the same. That is because the tools we use were different. This is why we need a standard unit that everybody recognizes and use. Standard unit is milliliter or ml. The symbol is ml. The standard unit for measuring the capacity is the milliliter. We write milliliter as ml. Here we have measuring spoons. Each spoon is labeled with the amount it can hold in milliliters. Look closely at these spoons. They have different sizes and each one is labeled with ml. One ml is 1 milliliters. 2 ml is 2 milliliters. 5 ml is equivalent to 5 milliliters. 15 ml is 15 milliliters, 25 ml is 25 milliliters, 50 ml is 50 milliliters. You will now work in groups. Each group will measure the capacity of the container using different spoons and record your result in the table. The materials per group are 1 container of 100 ml, set of measuring spoon, water, sand, mango seed, popsicle stick and marker, and manila paper with label. Fill the spoon to the brim. Use the popsicle stick to level off. Remember to fill the spoon to the top. Use the popsicle stick to make it level, like this. Group 1 and 2 will work on this table. Notice that the result may not be exact when using the 15 ml spoon. Sometimes it will be 90 ml. Sometimes it will be 105 ml. depending on how many spoons you use. For group 3 and 4, both of you will work on this table. Notice that the results here are exact, giving us 100 ml. Now, let's talk about your result. Did you all get the same capacity? Why were some numbers different? Which spoon took the least number of times? Which took the most? The larger the unit of capacity, the fewer spoons are needed. The smaller the unit of capacity, the more spoons are needed. Larger unit is equivalent to fewer spoons needed, and smaller unit is equivalent to more spoon needed. Deepening understanding of the key idea STEM. Measuring capacity with a graduated cylinder. Today, we will learn how to measure liquid capacity using a graduated cylinder. This is a graduated cylinder. It is used to measure the amount of liquid. They come in different sizes, but today we'll focus on the 100 ml cylinder. Here is a 100 ml graduated cylinder. Let's look at the marks. Notice that each 10 ml is labeled. Between each label are smaller marks. From 10 to 20 is equals to 10 marks. Each mark is equals to 1 ml in a 100 ml cylinder. Let's count together from 10 to 20. How many marks are there? That's right, it is 10. This means each small mark is 1 ml. When you look at the liquid, you see it curves downward. That's called the meniscus. Always read the measurement at the bottom of the meniscus. Step to read. 1. Place cylinder on the flat surface. Look at the liquid surface and then read at the bottom of the meniscus. This container is filled with water. Let's estimate its capacity. Now, let's check using the graduated cylinder. The meniscus is at 80 ml. That means the container's capacity is 80 ml. This time, we have a bigger container. Let's measure step by step. One for 100 ml. Another 4 times that 400 ml. Then we still have 50 ml left. Together, that makes 450 ml. See, we filled the cylinder 4 times and then added 50 ml more. 400 plus 50 is equivalent to 450 ml. So the container's capacity is 450 ml. Always remember, flat surface read at eye level and check the bottom of the meniscus for the correct measurement. Making generalization. Today, we learned that standard unit of capacity is milliliters or ml. We can measure capacity using measuring spoon and graduated cylinders. To measure the capacity of a container in milliliters, we pour the liquid into a 100 ml graduated cylinder. If the container still has water, we keep filling the cylinder until all the liquid is measured. Then, we add any remaining milliliters to get the total capacity. Evaluating learning. Part 1. Choose the closer estimate for the capacity of each container. Part 2. Determine the capacity of each container. Here are the correct answers. Great job today, everyone! You listened well, shared your thoughts, and worked hard. Keep up the good work. Always remember to count, read, learn, and have fun. See you next time!